Quick video, like super quick. My name is Danielle. This is Beauty Manifested. This is a storytelling channel. It would make sense for you to subscribe because if you just get one piece of the story, it may not make sense. If you subscribe, you can kind of see like the full story and timeline of my life and everything that's going on. And I feel like the pieces fit better together. Anyways, I was just watching a YouTube video by this creator that I've followed for a while. I actually like discovered her through this guy who I used to know, and I hadn't seen her videos in a while, and I just watched it and it just reignited like so much passion and spirit in me to like make the world a better place, like social reform, anti-capitalist, like like all of these things I used to be so passionate about in college. I initially was a political science major. My whole spiritual awakening was like it happened alongside the Black Lives Matter movement because I was like, oh my gosh, like I've been living in a bubble. I can't believe this is happening. Like, how is this still happening? And then like my whole worldview just started to shift, and it was an amazing time. And now everything that's happening with the Palestinian people, I'm like, this is crazy. But what I got from the video and what I got from like just thinking about all these things, now that I'm an adult woman who's like making a way for herself in the world, is like, okay, what are the tangible skill sets that you're cultivating to help you make space in these movements? Like, yes, it's wonderful if you can go to protests and things, like every voice matters. It's wonderful if you can speak on social media, but one, that's the thing, are you overcoming the fear of being seen and heard so that you can speak up for these people who may not have a voice? Are you using your platforms to speak about things that you're passionate about, sharing your story, connecting people? Are you learning communication skills? Like maybe you're studying communication and using that degree so that you can, I don't know, do journalism, things like that. Are you making money and then donating the money to good causes? Are you, like me specifically, I'm studying to be a project manager, someone who can organize people. And then I can organize people into movements that I want. Like my ultimate goal is to be able to project manage for my own nonprofit that I'm building, which is called Generating Gardens, where I want to create like educational content and partner with biomedical companies and agricultural companies to end world hunger ultimately. Like there shouldn't be hungry people. We shouldn't be drinking dirty water. Not all of it, but most of the soil in the US is polluted. Like you have to do raised bed gardening. And I don't even know if that 100% solves the issue, but you have to do raised bed gardening because there's so many toxins in just like the bare soil. And it can take years for you to get like after there's so much that goes into it. I don't even know if I want to go into it, but like when they build these new subdivisions, they use all this heavy machinery and it compacts the soil and compacts the soil. And so it can literally take years for you to build up your soil for it to be like nutritious enough and even just like malleable enough to grow nutritious foods in your backyard. So it's like this whole thing where a lot of people, even not only do I want to end world hunger, but I also want to end obesity. And a lot of people don't know that obesity is malnutrition. Like, yeah, the people who are starving in like third world countries or whatever the case is, that's horrible. They don't have access to food and they could die from that. And so that's horrible. There's a lot of issues that come with that. But also the people in America who are like, they can't breathe well, they can't walk well, they have knee problems, back problems, they're living off of pharmaceutical drugs and can't get off of them. Like they're morbidly obese. They can barely carry through like healthy pregnancies. Like there's so many issues associated with that as well. And I know that people look at America as like this bad, horrible place. And I mean, I see that. Well, they also look at it as a dreamland. So there's a lot that goes into that as well. And they're like, America is the only place where the poor people are fat. But like that in itself is also an issue that shouldn't be overlooked. Like I am passionate about my neighbors. I don't only want to help people in faraway lands and all these other countries. Like literally I'm also passionate. I know obese people. I know obese people in my everyday life, like who I want to help. So I'm very passionate about that. And I think it's not enough to be like, when I was young, I just wanted to like do protesting. I just wanted to get into debates with people. I just wanted to be on TikTok. Like, not TikTok, it was Twitter when I was younger. I'm a little older. I'm a little older. Um, but, um, at this point in my life, it's developing skill sets to enact change on a larger level. Like, how can I be the kind of person that politicians would listen to? How do I develop myself in such a way that I can get in front of these large corporations, get in front of these big CEOs? Like, how can I become that person? How can I get a seat at the table? How can I do that? And then once you've made your money and you've gained your skill set and you become a valuable person in the marketplace, someone who can get people with this decision making power to even listen to them, then you can enact change. But it's hard to do. I mean, it's not, you can't, you can do it from a grassroots level. You can, like, there's power in numbers, all of that. But me personally, like, I want to be a leader, and I want to be someone who provides a lot of value. And so that comes from really, like, honing your skill set. And that's my why. It's like, I want to change the world. And you can only do that with, like, knowledge, education, and skills, and networking. Like, as a professional, and I was just talking to someone last night. He's a designer, and he was talking about, like, the future of AI and, like, these new things that he's studying and how he wants to help design these, like, 3D realities and all this different stuff. Like, he's like a technology guy. And I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like that is so awesome because you have such a good heart, and we need more ethical people in those positions with those skill sets. Like, we don't want immoral, cold, money hungry people to be the only people with those skill sets designing these things, because they're bringing their vision to life, and here you are with this beautiful good heart, and you're just like smoking weed and doing yoga, which is cool. I like to smoke weed and do yoga sometimes too, but we need to be really enacting change in the world. Like, good people with good hearts need to be doing this. And then maybe a month ago, it's crazy how my life just, like, snowballs and everything connects. Because, like, a month ago or so, I was with my friends in Tampa, and I was telling them I was interested in getting into marketing because marketing fuels so much, especially in America. Like, we are in a capitalist society. And I was like, and there's so much toxic marketing that goes on. And I was saying, like, I don't know, I could never date someone who works for, like, a cigarette company or something like that, or, like, you know, just something that isn't moving the world in a good place. Like, I admire people who are making an effort to make the world a better place in whatever capacity they have to do so. And I was like, you know, I know my heart, and so I want to be a marketer who, you know, advocates for ethical marketing. I want to have a seat at the table and a voice at the table to kind of keep people in check. Like, hey, like, this is not ethical. And I haven't gotten into those spaces yet, so I don't know what kind of pushback there is around it. I don't know, you know, how the hierarchy is around it. I assume there are good people, and there's obstacles that they're facing that are sometimes bigger than them, and that's why they don't get to make the change that they initially wanted to change. I'm not sure. But I just think it's really important for people with good hearts to really be developing valuable skill sets in the market and be really learning, like, what drives this economy, like, what's in the future, like, how can I get ahead of it, and how can I enact real change. And never forget, money is power. Like, money is power. As anti-capitalist, as free-spirited yogi as I am, like, money is power. Like, it's not nothing. It's not nothing. So I love you guys. That's all I have to say for today. If you made it this far in the video, I love you. Leave me a comment, say hello, let me know you were here, and stay beautiful and stay blessed.